success rung by painful rung until you have almost reached the top. You have done beautifully. Unless you are vice president in charge of advertising. In that case, you are in terrible trouble. There is only one thing that can save you. You must get a brilliant idea. The fastest way to get ideas is to develop them. That is, to take the worthless, undeveloped notion of others and add to them that little something extra which makes the idea your own. An undeveloped notion may come from the least likely source. Be alert. You never know who may bring it to you.
Hi, Monty.
Hello, bud.
Sorry I busted in, but there was no one outside. The first time I've seen a new office. Quite a layout. My favorite style, Chinese provincial. I suppose you're wondering why I'm here.
Yes.
Monty, I want you and me to be friends. You know, smoke a peace pipe. I get the feeling that you've never liked me before.
Aw, bud.
No, don't deny it. It's true, and I don't blame you. I've been a no good, backbiting fink.
Bud, that's a bit strong.
How would you put it?
It's your way's best.
Yes, well, I'd like to change all of that. Now, I know you're stuck for an idea.
Now, wait a minute, bud. I am not
And I was
stuck.
thinking that giveaway shows
I don't
were
need
going
anyone
to
else's
come back.
ideas. What was that?
Well, I have this idea for a new giveaway show. It's called the Worldwide Wicked Treasure Hunt. We had a $1,000 savings bond, and every week on television we give clues as to where it is. Look, as you say, you don't need an idea. But if you get a chance, look this over. Because the meeting is in a few little while. I mean it soon.
Bud, what did your uncle say when you told him about this?
I haven't told it to him, Ponty. If I brought it to him, he wouldn't listen. That's why I brought it to you.
You haven't told your uncle.
No, Ponty. Look, if you're not interested, then I
Now, the idea doesn't give me much nourishment, but maybe I'll give it a bit of a think.
feel free to use it. I have
Treasure hunt could be a $1,000 bond, but this needs some kind of new twist.
Ponty, I'm back. I've changed my mind.
Oh, Miss Pilkington.
I don't blame you for being cold to me, but I did change my mind.
About what?
About what I said in the letter.
What letter?
My letter of resignation.
Resignation from what?
The Girl Scouts of America.
Oh.
Don't you understand? I quit, resigned, left you forever.
Why are you doing that?
Because I was hurt, humiliated, ignored, upset.
Who did that to you?
You.
Me? It couldn't have been me. I haven't said 10 words to you all week. True?
True.
Good. Now listen, Miss Pilkington.
Must you call me that? Can't you call me Rosemary?
No, and I want you to call me Mr. Finch until you're Mrs. Finch.
Am I really going to be Mrs. Finch?
Come on, I thought all of that was settled.
Well, I keep thinking maybe you forgot.
Well, I haven't. You're going to be Mrs. Finch because we're going to get married. Now, may we discuss some serious matters?
Oh, sure.
Good. Now, I have something I want you to hear, Miss Pilkington. I've come up with a new idea for a television program. I'm thinking of calling it the Worldwide Wicked Treasure Hunt. We'll give away a $1,000 bond, and do you think that's enough? Well, what if we gave away a $25,000 bond? Now listen, Rosemary, what would you say if we gave away a $100,000 bond? $200,000 bond?
Ponty, I don't care if you give away the whole company. I love you.
Say that again.
I love you.
No, before that.
I said I don't care if you give away the whole company.
I said we'll give away the whole company. What a prize. Well, not the actual company, but stock in the company. I've got to have no time to figure this out. Got to see Mr. Bigley. He's got to give me a postponement time. No, I'll go see him. Oh,
Good luck, Mr. Finch.
oh thank you, Miss Pilkington.
Say, what about taking me out to lunch? No one has to see us.
Miss Pilkington.
Sorry, Mr. Finch.
I was, just checking on some new plastic yarn. Hey, I told you that I can't. What do you want?
JP, do you remember that television idea I once told you about, the treasure hunt?
I told you what I thought of that treasure hunt.
Yes, and I just wanted to remind you that you didn't like it.
Hey, I told you that during office hours I can't keep with you.
I did not intend to embarrass you. I just came for a business purpose.
Business.
I wish to tender you with my resignation.
Resignation. Hetty, what are you going to do?
I'm on my way to Los Angeles. I've been offered a very suitable position there.
Los Angeles. Hetty, you can't. Tell me what this is all about.
I just got a letter from my girlfriend. She works in one of those big cosmetics firms out there. She demonstrates skin creams.
Skin creams.
Yes. In all those big glamorous department stores, and she can give me a job.
Hetty, this is undignified. You can't run around demonstrating some fake goo.
It is not fake! It is a very fine skin cream called Dermoblast. Do you know what it's made from?
Please don't tell me.
Shark belly jelly.
Oh, I was afraid of that. Look, Hetty, you said you wanted a future. What kind of career is there in shark bellies?
More than there is around here. I mean, none of the men around here would use me as their secretary. They avoid me as if I had an extremely tropical disease.
Wait, just be patient.
No, I've made up my mind. Bon voyage.
Well, good luck, dear.
Huh?
Well, I'll survive somehow. Only, how will I spend those lonely nights?
You could stay home.
I can't stay home. I'm a married man.
I'm sorry.
Hetty, I can't live without you.
You mean that?
Of course I do. I know it seems like I have everything. Old rich JP Bigley, old money bags. I spend my days talking money. People come to me with treasure hunts. What does it all mean? Nothing. Nothing means anything without you.
Now don't start getting all sincere. That's not fair.
Where will I find a treasure like the love from a heart of gold, ever trusting and sweet, and awaiting my pleasure, rain or shine, hot or cold, well, far beyond all measure. Here in my hands I'll hold. Ah, but where will I find that one treasure of treasures? The love from a heart of gold.
I never knew you felt that way.
Nobody knows this, but I'm extremely sentimental.
God damn it, so am I. Where will I find a treasure like the love from a heart of gold, ever trusting and sweet, and awaiting my pleasure, rain or shine,
Rain or shine,
hot or cold.
hot or cold. What?
Why don't I be your secretary?
You're out of your mind. I mean, I have Miss Jones.
Well, I could assist Miss Jones. You know, I could learn a lot from her.
I don't know. I don't think that's the best idea.
You don't want me as your secretary.
It's not that. Eddie, just be patient.
Fine, dear, I'll be patient. You got 24 hours, and after that it's goodbye wickets and hello, Dermoblast.
But Eddie,
Oh, hi, Bitchy. I should be very mad at you, cutie pie.
Hi, Eddie. Where's Miss Jones, I'd like to see Mr. Bigley.
And he's not doing anything. You can go on in.
Say, Hetty, are you quitting?
Unless I hear otherwise to the contrary.
Maybe we can help each other out.
Oh, good. Let's bust out together.
I had a different idea. Hetty, I need to speak to you alone. Now let's see, where can we meet?
Let's go to my place.
This is business.
Let's go to your place. Tell you what. Why don't you take me out, buy me lunch? About 1 o'clock, I'll meet you downstairs. Well, do you want to talk or don't you?
Okay, well, we better meet around the corner.
Gotcha, cutie.
Executive washroom. Yes, I'm down here. Come down. Meeting's at 4:30. We'll make plans.
So, big meeting today, huh?
Yeah.
Hear anything about what Finch is planning?
I don't know. JB gave him a postponement, so he must have something. You know, fellas, I'm really beginning to get quite worried about Finch.
Me too. If we don't stop him pretty soon.
He'll probably have us all working in the mailroom.
Hi, babe. Hear anything, bud?
Chaps, our worries are over. Finch is going ahead with, well, let's just say he's dead. And I'm so happy I could cry.
That's very pleasant news.
I don't know. Finch has a way of bouncing. Wouldn't believe he was dead if I read his obituary.
Now, ordinarily I would agree with you. Finch is very smart. But don't forget, he's now in advertising, and that does something to Mince's brains. Has anyone seen my wild root cream oil?
Hiya, men.
All set for the big meeting?
Could be. Wish me luck, men.
Good luck.
Gotta stop that man. I gotta stop that man. Cold, or he'll stop me. Big deal, big rocket. Thinks he has the world in his pocket. Gotta stop that man. That man.
Now there you are. Yes, there's that face that somehow I trust. It may embarrass you to hear me say it, but say it I must. Say it I must. You have the cool, clear eyes of a seeker of wisdom and truth. Yet there's that upturned chin and that grin of impetuous youth. Oh, I believe in you. I believe in you. I hear the sound of good, solid judgment whenever you talk.
The farmer spends his time in the fields, the laborer at his machine, and the businessman at meetings.
Oh, gentlemen, take your seats. Where's Finch?
Not here yet, sir.
All right, we'll get started without him. We've got a lot of other business to cover before we get to Finch's presentation. Brad,
Yes, Chief.
that stuff you recommend for my crabgrass doesn't work at all.
I can't understand it, Jake. It worked perfectly on my lawn.
Well, my lawn's a mess. You'll have to come up with something new.
Yes, right away.
We're never having any trouble with crabgrass at our place. You use cement. Just a joke. Sorry. Gentlemen, you'll have to excuse my nephew. It's a combination of youth, high spirits, and extreme stupidity. Now, let's see. Hello? Yes, we were waiting for him. Sit him in. Finch.
Gentlemen, I'd like to present my new approach to wicked advertising. It's based on an idea which, in my humble opinion, is brilliant.
Sounds promising. Proceed, Finch. The hell is that?
It's a picture of Mount Vesuvius in eruption. It's to give you an idea of the sort of impact our new television show is going to have. And now, JB, a few examples of the national publicity you can look forward to. The cover of Time, the cover of Newsweek, and JB, Gopher of the Year.
Congratulations.
Very interesting.
Now, here's a map of the potential wicked markets divided into social, geographic, and ethnic groups. It shows how we'll use overwhelming saturation and deep penetration in areas in which resistance has long been at its peakiest.
I like this thinking.
Thank you, JB. Now, here's a chart of the past fiscal year which reflects the disastrous effects of our former advertising policy in terms of per capita consumption of wickets. Note the sharp decline in normal regularity. Down, down, down. But this is what our sales would go once they get going. Up, up, and up. There you are.
You got it, Finch. Here's what. Jimmy, can I ask you a question?
Yes. What exactly is his idea?
You heard. A television program with deep penetration and peak reaction. It sounds good, man. It sounds good, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Unfortunately, JB.
Yes, but what is his idea for the show?
Why do you have to be so damn negative all the time? The only thing you ever come up with is lousy ideas like treasure hunts.
Treasure hunts.
Now, Finch, what's this idea for the television program?
I don't think I'm going to tell it to you, sir.
What do you mean?
I don't know, JB. I used to think of you as a man of breadth and vision, open to new ideas, but now I don't know. I'm thrown.
And what?
By the way, you just spoke to Bud about his idea for a treasure hunt. You dismissed it. The fact is, there are treasure hunts and there are treasure hunts. When Bud came to me with the idea, I thought it was rotten too.
Should hope so.
But then I remembered something, JB. A thought in itself is nothing. It's the development of that thought that counts. Leonardo da Vinci drew sketches of flying machines, but it took American know-how to invent the Boeing 707. A man named Gatling invented a little machine gun, but it took a great mind to take that little machine gun and develop it into a great program like The Untouchables. When I realized that, JB, but from silly little idea for a treasure hunt became a challenge to me. I said, how could I take this little idea of Bud Frumps and defrump it? The treasure is not bonds and it's not money. It's stock.
Stock!
50,000 shares of stock.
Stock in our company?
People like stock more nowadays.
How can we issue 50,000 extra shares of stock?
Oh, that's not a problem. It's a simple matter of taking convertible debentures from seeking funds, issuing stocks that are exchangeable for rights, and converting non-voting common and replaced with warrants.
Tell me that again.
I can't.
It can't be done, JP. It can't be done.
But if it could, wouldn't it create tremendous publicity?
But it can't.
If it could.
It can't.
But if it could, just say it could be done. What's your answer?
I forgot the question.
You can't give away stock.
Oh, why not? We give away stock dividends, don't we? Now, let me continue with my presentation.
Finch, I hate giveaway shows.
Oh, so do I, JP. But I tell you, when a man comes up with an unfixed, unrigged way to give away something for nothing, they're bound to clean up. And I've added a new twist. Gentlemen, the worldwide wicked treasure girl.
What is this?
This is the secret ingredient, the thing that'll take the country by storm. I've combined sex and greed. Go ahead, Hetty.
Well, hello there. I'm the worldwide wicked treasure girl. And each week, I'm going to be bringing you a clue as to where the worldwide wicked treasure has been stashed.
Buried.
Oh yeah, sorry, buried. This eye patch gets me all mixed up. Isn't this outfit cute? I love it.
That's very nice, Miss LaRue, very nice.
Now, Miss LaRue is just helping me demonstrate the idea. She's not going to be our regular treasure girl.
Naturally.
Oh, when we go on air, we're going to need a big name personality.
Of course. Well, doesn't matter. I'm leaving the firm anyway. Of course I wouldn't.
Offhand, I'd say someone great for this role would be Elizabeth Taylor.
Why don't we get Queen Elizabeth?
This is an American show. JB, 50,000 shares of stock plus
JB, let's tell this maniac off and get on with our business.
Gentlemen, Miss LaRue, will you leave me alone with Mr. Finch to talk this over?
Right, take care of it. This is crazy. What about the FYP?
Mr. Pratt, I will handle it.
CC.
Mr. Tackleman,
The stock. What about the board of directors?
gentlemen!
What about the Senate Investigating Committee?
statutes. They're all being petty.
Finch, you're a brilliant young chap, but I'm afraid you've let us all down.
How, JB?
You missed the boat. You didn't think this one out properly.
I don't understand, JB.
Tell me, does the treasure girl have to be a big name personnel?
Sir?
I couldn't be someone more identified with the company. A real
worldwide wicked girl.
yes, maybe. Say, why not Miss LaRue herself?
Oh, that's brilliant, JB. Instead of hiring some artificial actress, we'll get plain and simple Hetty LaRue like the girl next door. That was a great thought, JB.
Wasn't bad, was it?
Then it's all settled.
One moment, Finch. Where are you gonna hide the treasure?
The show is completely unrigged. Not even the treasure girl's gonna know where the treasure's hidden.
Oh, I completely understand. I'd like to know.
No, it's to be between you and me. I'll give you the first clue that the treasure girl's gonna give on air. West of the sun, west of the moon, where is the treasure? Blow me a tune.
What's that?
It's the first clue, tough, isn't it? But if you take note, the first letter in each line is WWWB. Worldwide Wicked Buildings.
You can use our buildings?
She's going to hide 5,000 shares of stock in each of the 10 worldwide wicked buildings across the country.
But you'll have mobs of people running around our buildings searching for treasure.
Oh, JB, if a brilliant, educated man as yourself can't figure out the first clue, do you think the average viewer will be able to guess?
That's a good point.
You can come in now, gentlemen.
Gentlemen, I'm thinking of going ahead with the worldwide wicked treasure hunt, but I'd like your approval, of
Well,
course.
JB, I think it's an absolutely crazy idea.
I like it.
I like it.
We like it. JP and myself. Right, JP?
Right, Monty.
Well, hello there. I'm the worldwide wicked treasure girl, and tonight I'm going to be bringing you the first clue in the worldwide wicked treasure hunt. In 10 places across this great nation, there are hidden 5,000 shares of stock for a total of 50,000 shares in all. And now for the first clue. The first clue. The first clue is west of the sun.
One moment, treasure girl. This lady is carrying a Bible. Will you place your right hand on it, please? Miss LaRue, do you swear that there has been no fixing or rigging in connection with this show? And that the clue you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, free from any trickery, chicanery, or dishonesty?
Is this a real Bible?
Why, of course, Miss LaRue.
What's wrong with her?
She looks surprised.
She is. She didn't know about this. I want it to be completely spontaneous and unrehearsed.
That's very dangerous.
I think it's very effective.
Do you swear to that, Miss LaRue?
I do.
And secondly, Miss LaRue, do you swear that you yourself do not know where the treasure is actually hidden? Do you swear to that, Miss LaRue? Oh, Miss LaRue!
Listen,
I'm gonna get into trouble.
you and I only know where the treasure's hidden. She doesn't know. Does she?
What's the program?
Do you swear to that, Miss LaRue?
Look, I do not wish to take a bum rap. I will not swear false witness to perjury. I do know where the treasure is hidden. I found out last night there's treasure hidden in all the worldwide wicked treasures right now. The first
How to handle a disaster. In every businessman's career, there are times when things go a bit wrong. We have many suggestions for how to cope with these little problems. However, if you are the cause of a disaster that is really disastrous, we suggested that your best bet is to review the first chapter of this book, How to Apply for a Job.
Has anyone seen Finch anywhere?
He seems to disappear. Can't find him. Know what we're looking for. Haven't seen him.
Where's Finch?
Haven't seen him.
JD wants him as fast as you can find him. He's hopping mad.
Come back here, you!
What are you doing?
It's another treasure hunter. This little nut tried to get past me 3 times.
This little nut is the chairman of the board. It's Wally Walker.
Chairman of the board? They all look the same to me.
I'm very sorry about that, Mr. Walker. If you'll follow me into JD's office, he's waiting for you. Thankfully, they didn't wreck his office. Keep looking for Finch.
Oh, Rosemary, have you seen Finch? No, Miss Jones, I'm so worried about him. So am I. He's a good boy.
What? Well, what will they do to him?
I don't know. Someone said has to roll. Haunty will think of something. Won't you, Haunty? You have the cool eyes of a
glad you're here.
Where have you been?
Walking the streets, thinking.
You have a bruise on your head.
It's nothing. I got it last night. They threw me out of the saloon.
Well, why did they do that?
Because I didn't buy anything.
A bruise. Patsy, why don't you go home?
No, I gotta face the music.
Aha!
This is it.
The chairman of the board is in there.
Yeah, I figured that.
Well, what are you going to do?
What does a man do when the world's falling around his ears? Nothing. I'm just gonna take what's coming to me.
Auntie, I know what that mind is.
No, Rosemary, I'm putting that mind of mine away. I'm gonna make a clean breast of everything and go back to what I did before I came here.
Well, what were you?
Well, I was an exterior decorator, and there you go. I can't even tell you the truth. I was a window washer.
So what? Auntie, I don't care what you do. I'm sticking. I walked out on you once.
You did?
Well, I'm not leaving you again.
But Rosemary, you can't be the wife of a window washer. That's no life for a woman sitting at home and never knowing if I've landed safely.
Auntie, don't worry.
Finch. You're wanted in Jamie's office.
I thought I'd wash up first.
They want you now.
Gee, can I even say goodbye to Rosemary?
Go ahead.
Rosemary, bye.
Come along.
But I'm sorry, Rosemary. I wish none of this ever would have happened.
Auntie, wait.
Finch, why the hell should you have to go face those monsters? Go ahead. Run away, escape. I'll pretend that I never see you. For old lang syne.
No, I'm going to face them and get it over with. I should think you'd be happy if they killed me.
If I could only be sure.
All our key men are here, JB. Gentlemen, you know Mr. Wally Wumper, the chairman of the board?
Now, Wally, let me tell you before we go any further that I realize that I'm the president of this company, the man responsible for everything that goes on here. So I'd like to say right now that anything that happened is not my fault. However, there's one bright side of this whole thing, Wally. You'll be happy to know we've got something to pin it on. Have you found Finch yet?
They're bringing him in.
Well, you'll soon see where the blame for this whole thing really lies. The kid's here. I'll do all the talking. He's a very slick youngster, Wally.
He's here, sir.
Mr. Bigley, I just wanted to say that if...
No speech to Finch. Oh, by the way, you have Mr. Wamper, the chairman of the board.
How do you do, Mr. Wamper? Mr. Wamper,
Finch,
if I...
it's all settled. I just want you to accept this simple little letter of resignation in which you take all the blame. Can somebody get a letter? Good Lord. In which you take all the blame for everything that happened in this company.
I'd be glad to. I'll do what you said.
I'm sure this is one of your tricks.
Oh, I'm through with all that. You see, this company has been pretty good to me. I'm going to take the blame, resign, and go back to what I did before I came here.
What'd you do?
I was a window washer.
No kidding! I started as a window washer myself. Did? The hell did you think I was? A rail splitter? College man? So you were a window washer?
Oh, yes, sir, Mr. Wamper.
Oh, call me Wally.
Okay, Wally.
Now tell me, Finch.
Call me Ponty.
Okay, Ponty. Oh, it's been a long time since I had someone around here I could talk to. How did you happen to go into this business?
Well, see, I had this book.
Oh, yeah, me too.
It was a book on how to succeed in business, and
My book was more useful. I booked bets for the other window washers. Fun though. Should have stood in that business. 8 buildings wrecked. Our stock is down 5 points with a laughing stock of the industry.
I know, Wally, it's ghastly.
How did this happen, Fonzie? I can understand a college man pulling a boner like this, but not no window washer. Now this idea.
Oh, now, wait a minute. If there's one thing I can't do, it's take credit for another man's idea. Especially when it's the boss's nephew.
You never told me you hired your nephew. Nephew? Oh, nephew. Well, he's not even my nephew. He's my wife's nephew. Now, Wally, this may seem like nepotism, but I've never shown him any sort of favoritism. In fact, I hate him.
But you love his ideas.
No, but when he first told me the idea, I thought it was lousy. And when Finch brought it to me, I still thought it was lousy, and I told Finch it was lousy.
Why did you buy it?
I thought it was a good idea.
Treasure hunts, treasure girls.
Well, all dressed up. Look, he can't deny the idea if the treasure girl was his.
That's right.
That was my idea.
And not a bad one. But who the hell picked that bubble-headed tomato?
Wally, don't get any ideas. She's a nice young girl. You ought to talk to her.
I intend to. Well, I think I got the whole picture now. The question here is what to do. Who to do it to.
Now, Wally, before you make any hasty decisions, I'd like to say a few words.
What about?
Humanity. You see, Wally, even though we're all part of this cold corporate setup, deep down beneath our skin there's flesh and blood. We're all brothers.
Some of us are uncles.
Now you may join the Elks, my friends, and I may join the Shriners, and other men may carry cards as members of the diners, yet others wear a golden key or small Greek letter pin. But I have learned there's one great club that all of us are in. There is a brotherhood of man, a benevolent brotherhood of man, a noble tie that binds all human hearts and minds into one brotherhood of man. Your lifelong membership is free. Keep forgiving each brother all you can. Oh, aren't you proud to be in that fraternity, the great big brotherhood of man? Now, Wally, before you decide to fire Mr. Bigley, I
Who's considering that?
I know that mind of yours, Wally. You'd like to clean out this crowd from top to bottom. It's the obvious move, but stop and think. One man may seem incompetent, another not make sense, and others seem like quite a waste of company expense. They need a brother's leadership, so please don't do them in. Remember mediocrity. Is not a mortal sin. There we're in it a brotherhood of men, dedicated to giving all we can. Proud to be in that fraternity, a great big brotherhood of
Down with double dealing. Oh,
right. Seriously, I have no money. It doesn't pay to be decent. You can't make me leave here. It's a cold world. I might not have my mom. No, no!
Smitty, any news yet? Haven't heard a thing yet. Mr. Jenkins, have you heard anything yet?
I haven't heard a thing yet.
Looks like a pretty big shakeup.
Boys and girls, as you probably have guessed, there have been quite a few changes made here at Worldwide Witness. I am now speaking to you in my new capacity as Vice President in charge of employee morale and psychological adjustment. Thank you. Mr. Jackberry here is now in charge of personnel. Now I want you to hear a few words from our hard-driving, hard-working president, Mr. J.B. Bigley.
I can truly state, Worldwide Wickets is stronger than ever. And I think a lot of the credit goes to a certain bright young man. Come on out here, Finch. Now, as you all know, this youngster's rise has been spectacularly rapid. As a matter of fact, for a while I thought he was after my job. Lucky for me, he didn't want it.
Oh no, JB, your job is much too hard for me. But I would like to say that if any credit is due, it should go to a great man and great humanitarian, the chairman of the board, Mr. Wally Womford.
Here, here.
Mr. Womford is here with his new charming wife. Let's bring them out here, Mr. and Mrs. Womford. Now, Mr. Womford didn't want to make any speeches, but I have a surprise announcement for him. Mr. Wally Womford has decided after his long years of service that he's going to retire as chairman of the board, and he and his wife are going to take a long honeymoon trip around the world.
Sweetheart, what a surprise. You didn't tell me.
I didn't know. Well, what the hell? It's not a bad idea, Pat. I'll concentrate on you.
Wally, who's going to be the next chairman of the board, as if I didn't know.
Now, wait a minute. I don't know if I can accept. I'll have to consult Mrs. Finch.
Oh, Rosemary, your husband's calling you. Hallelujah.
Rosemary, I've got a tough decision to make. They want to make me chairman of the board. What do you think?
Darling, I don't care if you work in the mailroom or you're chairman of the board or even president of the United States. I love you.
Say that again.
I love you.
No, before that.
Miss Jones, take a wire to the White House. Watch out.